Uh, Hi. Hello. Are we on? Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, great! Well, for the 37.48,792% of colonists listening, hiya from Rec Room Radio. My name is DJ Dexter with Angie Anderson to get you the so-called 411 on everything low down in the colonies.
You mean down low? And FYI, they mean the same thing.
No doubt. Thank you, Angie.
No problem. So, hey guys, we hope you all had a great All Thankful's Eve. I know my family had a perfectly balanced meal of organic products from our home garden. Nothing is better than knowing that you aren't ingesting chemically laced hormones over the holiday. How about you, Dexter?
Oh, I just worked in the lab. I've been working on a breakthrough and recently was able to improve upon our most common commercial synthetic herbicide by tweaking the number of glyphosate bindings in the deoxymonohydroxynate compound.
So, let's get started. The East Coast Tycoons have proven their training months ago has finally paid off. A group named the Hoods attacked them and attempted to steal their shipment, but they were unsuccessful, and the Tycoons were able to recover their shipment safely.
It seems they did run into some trouble, though, with that Dredge guy. From what I hear, he's pretty frightening.
Sure he was.
Well, from what I hear, he can shift the earth around to turn the bodies of the deceased into zombies. That sounds to me like a bully. Does that not frighten you?
Zombies aren't that scary. The idea that zombies are frightening is just a social construct meant to keep them oppressed. It promotes violence against the unliving, and it needs to be stopped.
Angie, it is a statistical fact that over 99% of zombies attack at least one person in their existence. And those existences end with them being destroyed because otherwise they just keep killing people.
Dexter, 75% of zombie violence is performed by humans and human subgroups, such as splicers and subjects.
Well, actually, it's only about 72.35% rounded, and the other 27.65 is done by Cunodes and Xenomorphs. And all 100% of it is done in self-defense or in defense of others.
Check your life privilege, Dexter.
I don't even know what that means. With that, let's move on to our next topic. Cost 6 is struck again, this time attacking an Aptel facility. He's accused them of something. My subnet sources weren't exactly sure what, but he made outward threats to Aptel specifically. Since then, we were able to find out that Cost 6 has begun targeting more Aptel facilities. His aim to spread the death virus into the Q nodes that have become soulless.
You mean the ones that have been wiped clean?
Yeah. What do you think's behind all that?
I don't know, but they need to be stopped. The Q-Nodes already have enough problems, what with not having the same rights as us living people. I had a long talk with Susan, the subnet girl, about it last week.
I actually agree with you. Statistically, Q-Nodes do have a higher chance of being sent into active combat against certain enemies against their will than those of us who are more organic.
You're talking about the affected again, aren't you?
No, not at all. Moving along, you had something you wanted to say about the election, didn't you?
You're not getting out of it that easily. We'll talk more about it later. But yes, we had quite the exciting election this year with a successful win by Amanda Reynolds.
Again, I agree with you. So what those rioters did
was great. I'm so glad they stood up for what they believed in and got the message across.
What?
I mean, they could have stopped before they killed so many people, but it's great that the last call really stood up for the people of Empire City. Finally, the colonists are showing that they have a voice, and they will not let it fall on deaf ears.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Furthermore, the ECPD need to be taught a lesson. They should be working for the people.
I'm not sure that's going to happen anytime soon. Not after that speech that Ed Cooper made the other night. Here, let me play that for everyone.
Yeah, that sounds acceptable.
Hello, colonists. I wanted to take some time to talk with everyone again after the horrific miscarriage of justice that last month's election showed. First, let me assure all of you that my team has found evidence that the votes were tampered with, and that Amanda Reynolds indeed did not earn her victory. While this doesn't surprise me, it does dishearten me. I've only ever wanted what's best for the colonies and for all of you, and that's why I'm going to continue to fight to the best of my ability to make sure that our way of life is preserved. First, I have spoken personally with Secretary Peterson. I want you all to know that I have the full backing of the ECPD and the GSG. Second, I have been granted the leeway by Secretary Peterson and the GSG to officially name the Bluecoats, the Vanguard, the Last Call, and any and all associates thereof as official enemies of the state. They are now outlaws and are to be arrested on sight. Third, as a move to better secure the chaotic colony of Jersey, I am redesigning how the ECPD precincts work. ECPD precincts will be consolidated and will join with every Jersey Gypsy gang in the colonies. These floating precincts will travel with these bands and have complete legal jurisdiction over the area that the gangs travel to. Should more than one gang travel to the same area, the precincts of each will work together if needed for that crossover time. And lastly, I have personally put in a request with Secretary Peterson for peacekeeping reinforcements. These reinforcements are part of a special program called the Blackguard Initiative, and are the most advanced and duty-bound Q-nodes that will have been ever seen to date. Not only are these Q-nodes immune to the Lady Death virus, but they will serve the true will of the people and Voland without question or hesitation. I have heard your cries for help, the cries for salvation from the chaos. They do not go unheard. Patience comes from strength. Strength comes from unity. And together, we will prevail. Thank you.
Does he even listen to himself?
I'm pretty sure he just fades in and out.
Who buys into this garbage?
Well, at least some people do. Some of them notable people, even. Like Ashley Robinson, the owner of AshCorp Technologies. Did you hear what she said on the matter?
Yeah, this particularly angers me. Let me just read you her statement. AshCorp has been a leading colonial enthusiast. My company has provided basic necessities and luxury items that are readily available. We have done this to ensure that all colonists live as comfortably as we can muster to support this arm of the Polish nation. I can understand the disappointment of many who had been shocked by Governor Cooper's stand against stepping down from his seat in office. I can understand the notion of feeling as if your democratic right to vote for your leadership was blatantly ignored. But perhaps for those of you who feel this way, should have taken more thought into your actions before rioting, looting, and assaulting those who protect you. Perhaps if you had taken the time to protest peacefully rather than some savage animals, Cooper would have equally stepped out of office in peace. What I understand out of all actions of both sides is that Cooper has felt like a father to all colonists. He has done his best to provide a safe and lawful government to ensure your protection from the infected, the Naja, and terrorist organizations, such as the Last Call and the Vanguard. To act in such a disgusting fashion during the election has forced Cooper to stay in office and to ensure the sanctity of colonial peace. He must be a good father and watch over his children and punish those who are hurting others, as siblings often do to maintain a peaceful household. If he does not, there will be more killing, more rioting, and more looting. AshCorp has provided goods for the support of those who are hungry and were injured during the electoral riots. We had hoped that in the coming weeks reason would be seen. We were wrong. Thus, I have reached out to my fellow corporations, Boeing, Celgent Biochem, Blackstone Logistics, and Ogata Industries, and have urged them to up their security systems to protect their goods from those who seek to perform vile acts against us. Also, as of today, AshCorp will now formally rescind support from the Empire Relief Program, as well as any relief program in the colonies as long as treasonous acts are made against Cooper and the Polish government. Hopefully in time, all will be at peace again, once all colonists understand the severity of their actions. Thank you. Like, are you kidding me? She's on his side? We have to fight for what's right. This is going to hurt the colonists more than it helps. She has to know better.
Well, Amanda isn't just letting them stuff her into a locker after they gave me a wedgie and sprayed silly string in my face. I mean her face.
Right. Why don't we go ahead and play Amanda's response? That really hits the heart.
My fellow people of the colonies, I know that in times of uncertainty, we can become fearful. And when we're afraid, we make quick, rash decisions out of anger and hate. What I am here to tell you all is that this is not a time of uncertainty. Make no mistake, Edward Cooper, the ECPD, and the GSG are tyrants who refuse to abdicate their positions of authority under the democratic law that we all believe in and tried to uphold. I am the lawful governor-elect of Empire, but before I speak about how we are going to break free from the chains of our oppressors, there's something I must first do. Captain Jordan, would you please do me the honor of swearing me in?
It would be my pleasure, Miss Reynolds. Please, raise your right hand and place your left on this copy of the colonial laws.
I, Amanda Reynolds, solemnly swear that I will support the laws of the land and the Constitution of Empire Colony, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Governor of Empire Colony to the best of my ability.
And so you shall, Governor Reynolds.
Thank you, Captain Jordan. And thank you to each and every person out there who support me and support colonial freedom. As Governor, I officially denounce any and all statements, actions or inactions, and active associates of the former Cooper administration, and hereby officially decree such statements, actions, or inactions, and associates to be slanderous, libelous, illegal, and criminals. I am formally disbanding the ECPD as a legally recognized organization, and am creating in its place the Colonial Police Force. These colonial police will be our true protectors and upholders of the law, and will consist of any and every ECPD member who realizes that the Cooper administration was and is corrupt, and who truly wish to uphold the laws the way we were meant to be. I am also making the vigilante group known as the Bluecoats an official department of special agency under the colonial police. For those of you fine citizens out there who wish to serve your colony, I urge you to join and help preserve our rights and freedoms. In order to ensure that our neighboring colony of Jersey is not subjected to these criminals, the colonial police will also be stationed in each Jersey gypsy gang, and have standing orders to subdue and arrest any of Cooper's ECPD or GSG outlaws. I also hereby authorize the use of lethal force, only if necessary, in defending yourselves against these criminals. If possible, please have your local colonial police take these people into custody. For far too long, we have been poisoned with empty promises and silver-tongued lies. I think the people of these colonies deserve something better. I think we deserve the truth. And I am honored to be your governor, and the truth is that I am here to serve you, and together we will overcome this trial, and we will be stronger because of it. Thank you.
That was such an inspiring speech. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
You know, she can't hear you.
She could. She might be listening right now.
I'm about 72% sure you're wrong.
That's not funny.
That is a fallacy of...
Shut it! Anyway, I don't know. I feel the political split in the colonies is far from over. Amanda Reynolds will have to continue to take charge if she wants the real seat as governor. As long as Cooper is an empire, he holds all the chips.
I don't know, Angie. I guess we'll have to see what happens in the next 2 months. There are more issues in our face to deal with. You realize what month it is, right?
December, so?
Goetianity. December, Goetian Holiday of Despair. Folks, make sure you keep your family close and your doors locked. Goetian ritual festivals and ceremonies have already taken place throughout the colonies and will continue throughout the month. The ECPD and colonial police have both been placed on patrols throughout towns, and there is a 9 p.m. curfew in place for colonial protection. Well, what I can say is that despite all the fighting, at least the horrors of the Goetian is something everyone can agree upon is a problem.
So now you hate Goetians.
I didn't... Yeah, I do. But they kill people.
People kill people, not just because of their religious beliefs. People have a right to practice their religions.
Seriously, Angie, you're starting to scare me a little. Between the election riots, the zombies, and now talking about Goetians, it sounds as if you're pro-homicide.
Don't put words in my mouth. I am pro-freedom of expression, and Goetians wouldn't kill people if they didn't feel oppressed against their religious beliefs.
Angie, I think you're mistaken.
Me? You are the one who pretends you don't know that you have human privilege. You are the one, like so many others, that deny to help those who need help, to help those who feel pressured by the system to conform. You have privilege, and you should be proud of that. But you should also use that privilege to help those less privileged than yourself.
Excuse me?
Human privilege. The invisible benefit you clearly get from being an unaltered human.
Angie, isn't it obvious that I'm a prodigy?
Regardless that I am a human myself, I still work to help out those less fortunate than me. We really need to work together to solve this human privilege issue. People need to...
Whoa, wow, well, it looks like that's all the time we have for Record Radio today. Join us next time.